Welcome back to my series on figures of speech. Today we will be doing part 4. In today's video, we will be focusing on contradictions. These include antithesis, oxymoron, paradox, irony, sarcasm, satire, parody, appropriation, and epigram. Contradictions are figures of speech that appear to contain conflicting or opposing ideas. The first contradiction that we will be doing today is antithesis. Antithesis compares and contradicts ideas or statements within a sentence. Let's look at the examples here. Don't underestimate him. He's a mouse in stature, a lion in strength. The next example says, the internet is a master of technology and a thief of time. The next figure of speech is oxymoron. An oxymoron places two seemingly contradictory words next to each other. On analysis, these words evoke a powerful image. Let's look at the examples. The first example states, the mother waved her son off to war with painful pride. The accused felt angry relief when she was proved innocent. And the last example, the litter was a pretty ugly sight. Now we see the words in color here are opposites from each other. Painful and pride are opposites. Angry and relief are opposite emotions. And pretty and ugly are opposites. Paradox. A paradox is a seemingly absurd or contradictory statement, which when analyzed is found to be true. It is, in fact, an extended oxymoron. The opposites are not next to each other, but are found in the same sentence. This is the difference between a paradox and oxymoron. The examples here say, you will kill him with your kindness. This means that your kind deeds are doing more harm than good. The next example says, she is only happy when she has something to worry about. This means that she is a happy warrior. Irony is the next contradiction. Irony implies the opposite of what is said. The intention is for the opposite to be understood. It is the tone which tempers or conveys this meaning. Let's look at the examples here. I can't wait for my detention on Friday afternoon. Walking into the empty cinema, the woman exclaimed, fortunately, we're booked. Now, under irony, we have two other types of irony. The first one being situational irony. Here, the opposite of what is expected occurs. The example here says, a detective who is employed to catch a thief might himself be arrested for dishonesty. The next type of irony is dramatic irony. This is when the audience has knowledge of something of which the actors are unaware. This is referred to as dramatic irony. This technique heightens tension and expectation. The example here says, in the play or film, The Little Shop of Horrors, the audience is aware that the plant craves human blood. The characters, however, are blissfully unaware of this. The next type of contradiction is sarcasm. Sarcasm, like irony, occurs when one thing is said but something else is intended or understood. However, with sarcasm, it is used to express purpose of hurting, insulting, or humiliating. The examples here state, you must have worked very hard to be bottom of the class. Are you always the heart and soul of the party? Satire is the next contradiction. Satire is sharp wit, irony, or sarcasm used to highlight, expose, or ridicule human, social, or political weaknesses or stupidities. Satire is used in plays, cartoons, and comic strips. Characters in cartoons are often the vehicles for satire. Let's look at the examples here. Jonathan Swift satirized the times in which he lived in his novel, Gulliver's Travels. In Animal Farm, George Orwell satirizes the communistic way of life. Mad Magazine satirizes American pop culture. Parody. This is the imitation and/or exaggeration of other text types. Examples could be poems, in order to satirize or create humor. Parody is often used in cartoons or comedy. It is assumed that the reader is familiar with the original work. Let's look at the example here. This is the house that the man built, and this is the flag of the women's franchise, which is making our ministers open their eyes, fighting with grit to the front bit by bit, determined in Parliament one day to sit, the bold suffragette who is sure to get yet into the house that the man built. The next contradiction is appropriation, or borrowing. This is similar to parody in that parts of an original text are used in a different context for a different audience. Example is fairy tales and myths are borrowed and reconstructed. The example we see here is Roald Dahl makes use of this in his book Revolting Rhymes. The last contradiction is epigram. An epigram is a brief and pointed statement which often contains humor or irony. There is usually a deeper underlying meaning. Let's look at the examples here. Friendship is what one expects from others. If you think education is expensive, try illiteracy. Employ a teenager while he or she still knows everything. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it has given you insight on the contradictions part of figures of speech. Please come back for my last video on figures of speech. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and email or comment down below if you have any other suggestions or want me to do any other topics. Credits for this presentation goes to SlidesGo, as well as the content of this lesson coming from the English Handbook and Study Guide by Beryl Lutrin and Marcel Pincus. Thank you again for watching. See you in my next video.